Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So today I have a bit of a farmhouse inspired Easter layout, and it definitely involves a lot of twine, but I was inspired from the little carrots that Dollar Tree is carrying this year. They are absolutely adorable. The only problem is I haven't been able to find them at any of my local Dollar Trees. So I took it upon myself to DIY them. In case you guys can't find them, at least now you have a little simple way, super easy way to make them. You can turn them into little carrots or parsnips and keep them simple with your, if you don't want orange in your display, you can paint them with like a little bit of a white, and that will give it more a parsnip look. So anyways, I do look forward to sharing the process with you and the tutorial. I hope you find some inspiration in these little simple DIYs. The bunny one that I created is definitely similar to what I had done with the autumn pumpkin, and I absolutely love the way the quality is held up. So once I was able to store that away for next fall, I was like, okay, I can make something for Easter that will hold up as well, especially with the chalk not rubbing off. That's a big deal, right? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the process. Until next time, everyone, I look forward to seeing what you guys are creating. So make sure you tag me on Instagram or post on the Facebook group. And until next time, enjoy. This first DIY, I'm using a glass vase from the Dollar Tree and some twine. I applied a daub of hot glue on the very bottom of the vase, and then I'm wrapping the twine up just about maybe past a quarter way. This is completely up to you how much twine you want visible on your vase. Using a little bit of hot glue here and there helped secure the twine in place and make it easier for winding it around. You will see here that the twine moves a little bit, so I added a couple more strings of twine and just made sure to cover the entire base of glass so that nothing was visible. As you're gathering more of the twine together, it does become easier to scrunch it down. So as you can see, I just pressed it down, and now I'm just securing the very top with a little dab of hot glue, and you have a perfectly cute little vase to insert your favorite flowers. You can use tulips or onion grass or flowers like I've used here from the Dollar Tree to add to your home decor. You may notice this is also from my previous DIY, so I wanted to share the versatility of these blocks. I'm going to paint them with a solid color of acrylic paint, and I've chosen two colors here, which was like white and a gray, or so that there would be like two tones and it's visually more appealing to the eye. So once these blocks were painted, I stamped the word lucky using Dollar Tree stamps, and I think it turned out super cute. But now I wanted to share with you how I've repurposed these blocks into my spring decor. So you'll see that I'm flipping the word lucky right on its face. And now I'm just going to stamp the word spring using a different font, also from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to use the lowercase letters. I think they're just fun and cute. So I needed one extra block, so I painted that, and now I'm just stamping the word spring onto these blocks on the back side of lucky. I have actually 3 faces to these blocks for creating words with them, and you can always add more blocks and remove blocks. That's the fun thing about these little painted blocks. So you can spell the word spring laying flat across your table or mantle or hutch or side table or front entrance table, or you can also stack them on top of one another and spell spring this way. And I think this is kind of fun and cute. It's a little different than your typical flat across block look. So for this next DIY, I'm actually going to keep Happy Easter because I think it's cute. I'm going to only cover the back with the chalk paint, and then I'm going to wrap some twine around the edge of this little egg. But you can have the option here to write the word Easter if you'd like. So if you wanted to print something like this and use Easter across it, I'm going to do a little bunny. I think the bunny is cute, but definitely you can write Happy Easter. You can use words. If you want to take a look at the autumn one, I did use a word autumn. I didn't have an image, so if you want to see how I did that transfer, you can. So I'm going to use some black acrylic paint and some black chalk paint from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to take apart the little strings here. However, I'm not going to cut the smaller egg. I'm just going to actually poke it through. It has like these little plastic, I'm not even sure, like little plastic things securing the strings. So I'm just going to remove that by pulling them through. I'm not going to cut it off because I want to reposition this back in place after I'm done. You can use chalk paint for this, but you don't need to. You can also use black paints, you can use acrylic paint. I'm only going to do one coat here on the back of the egg, so the front still has the cute bunny print. And then I'm also going to paint the actual sides or side walls of this egg, just to give the front a finished look and the sides a finished look as well. So I could recommend wrapping the twine and focusing on the back side because it already has that chalk, like this brown print, rather than having to cover the glittery side. Flip your egg the other way. I ended up working with it on the back end and hot gluing dabs of glue on the glittery side. Make sure you kind of give it zigzag look, so you're not constantly like wrapping in a completely straight line, but you want it to make it look a little more rusticy. So kind of crisscross your twine how I'm sharing here with you, and that will give it a more rustic, not so clean look. If your hand needs a break and your black paint is dry, you can take your bunny stencil, flip it the other way. Of course, make sure you have it the way you would like. If you have to mirror it the opposite way, you can. And I'm just taking the white chalk marker, or I guess chalk writer from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to outline actually the sides of the bunny, because all you need to do is trace and outline anyway. So just outline the outside of the bunny, and then take a sharp object like a pencil or a pen. In this case, I have this little pointy stylus from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to trace that right out on the edges, and there you have a simple transfer. And now you're just going to shade it in with your chalk writer. I like to do the inner part of the image first, just getting the bulk of it done, and then I like going in for the fine details. And at the very end, I like reshading it in just to give it a nice finished white crisp look. Now that you have your outer egg almost completely wrapped in twine, you can now reposition the little Easter sign and clip it in. I'm going to see how you have both sides now, which is nice, and I'm just going to push through my little strings that have those little plastic attachments so it's secure back in place, and then I'm going to seal up the top with some twine. So just finish wrapping on one side, then cut your twine once that's sealed on the one side and wrap it on the opposite side, and that will seal the top of the egg completely, and there won't be anything visible from either side, which is super cute and very rustic looking. But isn't the Happy Easter cute too with the twine? I like it so much better than glitter. I know some of you guys like glitter, but I wasn't feeling that pink glitter with the picture. In the craft area, you will find these little mini pots and the little dowels as well. You'll find there the wooden sticks. So I'm using some hot glue to press down the little stick. However, I did cut a little bit off with the scissors. As you could see, it was a little bit tall for my liking. And then I'm just digging a hole in with my scissors. I'm sure that there's other ways to do this. I just found that it was easiest to pop it into the little stick. And now I'm simply going to just apply hot glue on the foam ball. Now be very, very careful. If you touch the metal tip on the foam ball, it will burn through. So just kind of apply the hot glue from afar, and then press down the moss, and then mold it with your hands at the very end by pressing and kind of just molding it in and pressing the moss in, because it moves. It's very pliable, and it's very easy and fun to work with. It makes a mess, so be prepared to clean up after or use your vacuum or something, but definitely it's super cute and fun to make. Just applying some more hot glue in the little can, and then I'm going to fill the little can with green moss, or you can put burlap, but I like the look of the green moss. It just made it look a little bit more finished. And so that's this little DIY, which just took a few minutes. For the little carrots, I'm taking some of the onion grass from the Dollar Tree, and I'm only going to snip off 3 because I wanted these to still sit in my vase. So I'm being a little bit frugal here, and I'm going to cut these in half. Now with my scissors, I'm going to make the tips a little bit pointy, just like a typical carrot grass or the little bit of, I don't know, greenery on a carrot would be. So I'm taking my scissors and I'm just, I guess, like making the tips very pointy here. That way I have 3 or 4 pieces that are pointy on one end. So you always want the broader part at the bottom of the carrot, and then it kind of goes up and gets a little bit thinner, right? So I'm just taking some tape, packing tape here. You can use Scotch tape, whatever tape you have on hand for this. And I'm just going to attach them together so they'll stay bundled. Now for the actual carrot, you're just going to crumple up a piece of newspaper. Just 1 sheet is plenty. Squish it in your hands. There's no right or wrong way to do this. You're going to put your little grass stem amongst the newspaper, and then you're going to take your tape. It can be thinner tape. It does not have to be this wide tape. And you're just going to wrap the tape around the entire newspaper piece. And now I'm just going to apply a little bit of hot glue at the top, and I'm going to wrap the twine right around the entire carrot. The tighter you tighten the twine, the more shapes you will create amongst the carrot. So you'll make the more imperfections, or a crooked carrot, I should say. So if you want it certain areas to indent, just pull your twine a little bit tighter around the newspaper and you'll get these interesting shapes taking place on the carrot. So the trickier part of the carrot is actually the top part. And what I did is I just finished the whole base of the carrot, and then I went back and I finished the top, which I found it so much easier to do. So apply a little bit of hot glue, wind some twine up at the top, and seal it off with some hot glue, and then that's it. It's just easier than fighting with it at the very beginning, I found. And I did this with 2 carrots. And then one of them, I wanted to leave this more rustic, natural color. I was going to paint it a cream or white to make it more like a parsnip, but I decided to just leave it twine. And then for the other carrot, I combined a little bit of orange paint with some gold paint because I didn't want it to be a very bright orange. I want it to be more rustic and to go with the rest of the decor. So I've just painted it with a paintbrush, and if you need to dab it off some of the excess paint, just take a paper towel and scrunch it amongst your hands, and then the paint will kind of just rub away. And this is how the DIY turned out. I hope you love these simple DIYs. I really look forward to seeing what you guys are creating out there. And until next time, everyone, thank you so very much for watching. Bye for now.